Oh my goodness. I just had the worst, I mean worst, worst experience ever. Now usually when I do the ostomy, I use the, you know, the one to release the adhesive, and that's all I use on me. Well, I didn't bring those. I brought the one that's supposed to prep your skin. I used that, and I'm driving, and all of a sudden I'm smelling the ostomy. Smelling the ostomy. So I finally got to where I could come into this, rest area. And I looked, and I mean, cleaning up was like almost having to take a full bath. It was that bad. I never had a blowout like that. My pants were full, and you know, you're trying to take it down. You don't want to get anything on your dress, and you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. Luckily, I was able to manage, and of course I had to throw away my underwear, everything, but I never experienced a blowout like that. And I've been having the cramping sensation today. So, yeah, I don't know. But somebody's coming in, so I'll wait until they get up in here. Oh my God, that was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Now before you yell at me that I don't have my seatbelt on, you're right. No, I'm not putting it on because it's going right across my ostomy. And that's the last thing I need when everything is cramping. Not gonna do it. So don't bitch at me for that. Because the seatbelt goes right on my ostomy, right on the stoma. Having a lot of pain, cramping, and don't tell me to go to the hospital. I'm not, no. Not going to an emergency room. I'm not going to go sit there all day in a, no. So I'm up not far from San Francisco. I left 101. I came up. I'm going by Skyline. straight down the way would be YouTube. I wish you could get in to speak with somebody, but it's like Fort Knox. You can't get in the front door there. Ostomy again. To the hospital both times when I was in labor. Once up in Alaska in the snow in January. And once here. Before when I had shingles so bad, and it was just like being hit with lava. And I had a 4-hour drive up and back to the hospital. And of course they really did nothing. That was so painful. Like I said, I don't like to drive in pain, but I've done it many times. That I can lay low for a while and just go back and take some rest. When you've grown up another thing, but when you've never had it, then you learn to tough it out. It's like when I had to have a hysterectomy, and my daughter's like 3 years old. They told me I'm not supposed to be lifting her, I'm not supposed to do anything for, a few weeks. My parents wouldn't help me with anything. I had to do it. Okay? I had to do it myself. So I just have not had any kind of help, really, with things. Well, except for, I take it back, Ronald comes out 3-4 times a year and helps me with the house stuff. And I'm so grateful for that. He does come out and help me with that. But I mean, growing up and raising my daughter and doing all that stuff, I've just had to tough it out. And when there's pain, you're not focusing on the pain, you focus on what you need to do. The pain is there, okay, it's there, but I haven't eaten anything yet today. Probably a good thing that I haven't. With as bad as this is acting right now. So, yeah. Gotta move over one more. They had a big gas problem, and my dad came all the way up here off 19th Avenue to get gas, and there was a line all the way around the block. That was crazy that time. There was no gas, and it was expensive. And we were living in San Bruno at the time, so it had to come all the way up here to get gas. I remember that big long line, and we sat in that line. It was like over an hour waiting just to get gas. Yeah, this is not the highlight of my trip today. I have major cramping pains and big blowout, and oh my Lord. I don't recommend it to do it. Don't recommend it. Gets busy out here. Sukyo Makihari. No, Mahikari. Sukyo Mahikari. I'll have to look it up. I think it's some sort of a religious Sukyo Mahikari. I've checked into so many religious persuasions. Going through all that stuff. Now, I grew up, my dad listened to Edgar Cayce stuff all the time. He was big into Edgar Cayce. And then we went to a Science of Mind church for a short time when I was young. Yeah, this is Spiritual Center for Spiritual Development. I've done Buddhist paths, Christian paths. So many different things. Yeah, when I get up here, I'm going to get some Perrier or something. And maybe some soda cracker or something. Sometimes that might relieve some of it, but we'll see. I know one thing, I just don't ever want to have another ostomy blowout like it was today. That was insane. I've got to check and see where I've got other things brought. See if I can find any of those. I've got to get rid of the skin protectors because they do not help me. When I use the skin protectors, it leaks. those I have to get rid of because that was the worst. Here they go. Here they go. Miss Lily, are you singing Chinese opera? Ah! Miss Lily is a Chinese opera singer. And Mr. Mickey, he's on the bark. Barkatosis. First moved out here, my dad's first job out here was in San Francisco, and he drove the buses that are hooked up to the electrical thing. That was his first job up in San Francisco. He worked up here, and then he got the job in base maintenance for United Airlines, electrician. So he did electrical for the United Airlines base maintenance in San Francisco airport. And then he opened a music store, had the music store and stuff. Anyway, on that note, I'll leave that here. We're just going to continue to wind our way down 19th here until I get to Grant and I can go over to Japantown and check out the grocery store there. But yeah, after what's going on today, I know I need to get back to carnivore. I cannot have these carbs or the vegetable things. It just is not good for my system. And I want to, get the blood sugar back down, so I absolutely cannot have carbs. Oh, the Great Pumpkin Patch. That's it. Down in Half Moon Bay, they have the huge pumpkin fields. So yeah, going down there now would be pretty miserable. Going down 95 to go over to Half Moon Bay right now, with coming up, in October. Yeah, weekends, I was thinking about going down there, but maybe not, because I know going down there this time of year, they'll all be wanting to go to the big pumpkin patch down there. So maybe no. Maybe another time. Oh, this seems to be starting to let up. We'll see. maybe if I just get the Perrier or something, maybe that will be okay. The thing that settles my stomach, you know, if I get nauseous or something, is soda crackers. That usually helps to settle things as well. I think what did it is I got some Doritos. I've never had them before with the, and it had the Cool Ranch on it. Tasted good, but it's not, my body's not liking it at all. If my body says no, 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 I go, oh, oh, oh. It's going in the trash. Yeah, Miss Lily saw somebody walking over there. Barkathon going. Puppy Barkathon. Art of Manga. On view now. That's the thing about San Francisco. They've got so many different cultural things and stuff. That's the thing I really loved about it. You go to Chinatown, Japantown, Italy area. But things have changed here as well. It's gotten so much worse. Down by Tenderloin area and stuff like that. So many. I mean, there were drugs and stuff here before, but it's gotten worse. And then the prices here. Nobody can afford to live. I don't know how anybody affords any of the places out here now. The gas station where we had the line all the way back around the corner. There goes a rolling trash compactor. That's what I call the Tesla trucks. They look like rolling trash compactors. Ugliest thing on the road. anyway, I'm not sure if I'll do any readings today. It's Sunday, and like I said, I'm not feeling the best today, so I may take a break today. There's a shell. It's all charging stations. That's it. There's no gas there anymore. It's all just charging stations. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Shell charging stations. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.